afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the beautiful Alltel Pavilion at the Siegel Center. Terry Sasiski along with my broadcast partner, Joe Cantapio. And, Coach, today VCU is playing a team in East Carolina. They weren't picked to finish high in the CAA standings, off to a terrific start, 1-1, 9-4. They depend on two freshmen, Bing and Mikulas.
Two fine freshmen, one from Argentina, Mikulas being from Argentina, and Bing obviously from Largo, Florida. Both of Terry have been terrors off the boards, something VCU has had a lot of trouble with. Today, that's going to be one of the keys to this basketball game. VCU needs to keep the Pirates off the boards. And remember, Billy Harrion is slowly building this program. ECU is my surprise team of the year.
And East Carolina's averaging 77 points a game. That's number 2, right behind VCU. Stay tuned next for Ram Replay here at the beautiful Alltel Pavilion at the Siegel Center. It's the Rams hosting the Pirates of East Carolina University. Stay tuned. And this kid we're watching, number 2, coming out on the floor for East Carolina, Primus, is 43 for 100 from the three-point line. I was talking with their play-by-play announcer, Jeff Charles, who said at one point he had missed 18 shots in a row. But you know what? He's capable of making 18 in a row on a good night.
Terry, he played for a good friend of mine, Ed Hoffman, at Notre Dame Academy. And I know how Ed coaches. He probably let him out, shoot those three-pointers back in high school. But this kid out of a junior college can really shoot.
And the overall series, VCU leading by a healthy margin, 14-5. The Rams lead. VCU's won 4 of the last 5 meetings. VCU is 8-6, and East Carolina's 9-4. You had a chance to talk with a friend of yours, Bobby Cremens, last night and before the game. He's televising this game back to the southeastern part of the country, not Richmond, right?
That's exactly right. Fox Sports South.
Bobby Cremens knows basketball very well, and he may be a head coach at another school here in the next few years. You never know. He did a great job at Georgia Tech before he resigned a couple of years back. Elif Likalitov jumping center against the big guy for East Carolina. And that would be Errol Bing. And the official is ready to toss the ball in the air. The Rams will move right to left. Tip is won by VCU's Johnny Story, who turns around and gives it to Lamar Taylor. Taylor going right to left. Taylor front court, guarded by Fay. Taylor bounce pass Story, high post left side. Story holds it over his head. One dribble off to Lamar Taylor, deep on the right wing. Taylor to Johnny Story, open, doesn't take the shot from 17. Story dribbles to the free throw line, spins in the paint, fall away, 10-footer, no good. Rebound ripped off by East Carolina. Bing down to Holcomb Fay. Fay front court left wing. I'll tell you, this Bing kid, number 33, is averaging 8.5 rebounds a game. He's posted down low, left of the lane, kicks it out front. Mikulas takes the jumper at the foul line and hits it. Mikulas, rather, hits the jumper, and it's 2-0 East Carolina. This Mikulas averaging 16 points a ball game.
Well, nice perimeter jump shot, Terry, but nice pass by Bing.
2-0 East Carolina. Johnny Story has the ball, left wing to Willie Taylor, guarded by Promise on a man-to-man. Out front to Johnny Story, top of the key. Story to Bo Jones, foul away from the ball on Likalitov for shoving a player down to the floor. That'll be his first, the team's first. And East Carolina's 9-4, but hasn't played a tough schedule, according to a lot of people. What about that?
Well, you're definitely right there. But I tell you what, I think Billy Harrion was smart. He give this team a chance to win some games early, Terry. Get a little confidence going.
Gabriel Mikulas, okay, we got it right. Fay, front court. Bounce pass to Mikulas, high post right side, back to Fay, deep on the left wing. Down low to Mikulas, left of the lane in the paint. Down low on a pass to Primus, who lays it up and in for 2. Fred Primus gets the pass from Mikulas, and it's 4-0 Pirates in the first minute 30 of the ball game.
Terry, you can see the advantage they have with Mikulas. He can shoot it from the outside, but that's a nice pass he made to Primus.
Lamar Taylor out to Bo Jones. Bo Jones need 1-3 to tie Kenny Harris on the all-time list. Lost the ball, but a holding foul on Bing as Bo Jones drove into the paint. So no score in the ball. 4-0 East Carolina with 1:40 having been elapsed. Bo Jones needs 1 3-pointer to tie Kenny Harris. He needs 5 to move to number 2 on the all-time list. Bo Jones, baseline, lean-in shot, throws it up wildly, tipped by Bing, slapped out front by Likalitov to Willie Taylor. Taylor slides left of the lane, open 12-footer, good, but it won't count. He traveled, and the official was right there to pick it up.
He's trying to do a little bit too much too early, Terry. Just settle down.
Bing gets it into Fay, Holcomb Fay. That's a hard name, long name, Travis Holcomb Fay, F-A-Y-E, number 42. Top of the key. Left wing to Primus. Free throw line lane. Runner with the right hand. Good. A runner falling away. He's got 4, and it's 6-0 Pirates. VCU at the other end. Lamar Taylor backs it up to midcourt. So East Carolina leads 6-0 in the opening 3 minutes. Story, high post, left side. Looking down low for Willie Taylor, who was posted now. He goes into the corner. Lamar Taylor dribbling out between the circles. Gets the pick, top of the key. Left of the lane, fall away 17-footer, and he hits it. Lamar Taylor picking up from where he left on American in the last minute. And it's a 6-2 ball game. Nice fall away.
Yeah, nice move by Lamar. The offense looked kind of stagnant right now, Terry. You have to get some movement.
Hawkins, bounce pass, down low to Mikolas. Out to Bing, right side to Fay. Open 3, right side up there, and he switches it home. Fay, boy, this team's making 9 threes a ball game, and it's a 9-2 ball game.
4 for 4, Terry. You have to like East Carolina's offense, especially this early in the game.
They're pumped up. Lamar Taylor gives it out to Bo Jones. Bo Jones almost fumbled the ball. Bo Jones swings the right sideline to Lamar Taylor. Lamar Taylor to Willie Taylor, top of the key. Willie Taylor, left side to Bo Jones. Bo Jones gets a pick, dribbles free throw line lane, runner with the right hand. They'll call him for traveling as well, and that's the 3rd turnover already, I believe.
Yeah, Matt McCarthy's up saying, how could you walk when you're dribbling? We're going to see this on a replay here, Terry.
Okay.
About East Carolina's offense, just moving the basketball. Holcomb Fay with a wide open jump shot, just knocks it in.
9-2, East Carolina, 16:49, time remaining. Fay beats the pressure of Lamar Taylor. Mikolas out front, top of the key to Bing. Bing guarded by Story, deep in the corner to Hawkins. Hawkins got it by Bo Jones, who holds his left hand out in front of his face. To Fay, down low to Mikolas. Drives right by Likhalitov, lays it up, and a foul on LF. That's going to be his 2nd, and that's been the huge problem all season long. LF picking up 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the ball game.
I believe they called it on Johnny Story early, but I'm not sure, Terry.
Let's check it. It is Johnny Story, you're right. That'll be his first. Well, that's a good break for the Rams. Looked like LF was around that corner, though.
Yeah, he was there. He could have, official had his pick right there. He chose Johnny Story. He was a starter last year on the Argentina's Pan American team that won it all. The shot by Mikolas is good. He's shooting 82%. It's now 10-2 East Carolina. Treadwell in, Likhalitov out. And McCarthy not very happy right now with LF, whatever he did wrong. Mikolas, number 41, bouncing the ball. He's one of the bigger players on this small type of team, and he puts it in. And it's now 11-2 East Carolina with a TV timeout coming up in about 30 seconds. Lamar Taylor, front court. Taylor gives the ball to Johnny Story about 20 feet away from the bucket. Gives to Lamar Taylor. Off to Bo Jones, left of the lane in the paint, and he's bumped out front by Brandon Hawkins. That'll be his first, the team's 2nd. Bo Jones not on track yet. Well, I think the entire offense is a little stale right now, Terry. Everybody's kind of looking, waiting for somebody to do something, but, you know, we got to have some movement. Johnny Story will inbound it, gets it into Bo Jones, deep in the left corner, swings it out to Lamar Taylor. Swings it right sideline to Willie Taylor to the baseline. Bucket fall away, 10-footer, rolls around the rim, no good. We have a push-off foul underneath, and that'll be on Primus. That'll be his first. The young man who used to start his career, he started his career at Pittsburgh, right? That's exactly right. And with 16:10 to go, that'll be the 3rd team foul on the Pirates, but they lead 11-2. Johnny Story inbounds to Willie Taylor, fakes the 3 in the corner, now gets it out front to Lamar Taylor. Taylor gives to Story, high post right side. Johnny Story fakes the pass low, gives it off to Lamar Taylor. Taylor to Bo Jones, deep on the right wing, right sideline to Willie Taylor. Down low to Story, fall away in the paint by 10. That's his shot. Swiss. Yeah, we talk about, Terry, that being one of the toughest shots in basketball. Johnny's very good at it. 11-4, Pirates up by 7, 15:43, time remaining first half. Out front, Hawkins. Hawkins between the circles, dribbling with the left hand, now to the right. Double teamed on the man-to-man. Down low to Mikolas, right of the lane, kicks it out to Bing. 3-pointer, high arching shot, good. How about Bing? About 6'7", just drained one from behind the top of the key. They're red hot. Well, Bing and Mikolas are really give some people some problems because they're both inside-outside players, Terry. Very difficult to defend. 14-4, Rams in a double high post. Lamar Taylor, free throw line. Dribbles back out front. Rams down by 10 in the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Taylor gives it off to Bo Jones. Stop, 17 in the air. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Primus. Off to Fay Holcomb. Fay drives right by Lamar Taylor. Lays it up too hard. Tip, no good. Rebound, Matt Treadwell. Off to Bo Jones. Bo Jones, front court, right side. Bo Jones behind the three-point line. Cross court to Treadwell, who drives and slams it home. Great give and go to Matt Treadwell. Did he run the ball?
Did he run the floor well or not?
Yeah, he did a great job running the floor, wide open dunk, get the crowd back into the game, Terry. Very important.
14-6, 8-point lead for East Carolina. TV timeout coming up in a moment. Bing, down low to Mikolas, got by his defender, lays it up and in with a left hand. Great move by Gabriel Mikolas.
Wow, that's a heck of a post move there, Terry.
He's 21 years old and he's a freshman. Not quite George Evans, who's almost 30 now. For George Mason. Lamar Taylor dribbling out front, stops, gives it up to Willie Taylor, jacks up a three, left wing, back rim no good, tipped by Johnny Story, in the corner to Bo Jones, there goes a three, he's got it! And that ties him with Kenny Harris for number 3 on the all-time list. Bo Jones also thought he got fouled. It's now 16-9, VCU down, there's the ball thrown away, Treadwell intercepted with 13:55 left in the first half. Willie Taylor deep on the right sideline, back to Lamar Taylor, left side to Bo Jones. Bo penetrates foul line lane. Runner with the right hand, banks it up and in. Nice drive by Bo Jones. He's got 5 and it's 16-11.
Bo says, you want some movement? I give you some movement. There's 5 right in your face.
13:37. Trying to get that TV timeout, but nobody will stop the clock. Rams only down by 5 now. They're on a 5-0 run. Hawkins takes the three, now takes one at the top of the key and back rim no good. Tipped by Bing, gets an offensive rebound. He's averaging 9 rebounds a game. Bing working on Story out to Hawkins, left side to Primus. Primus down low to Mikolas, left of the lane, loses the ball. Story goes for it, saves it inbounds to Bo Jones. Great save by Story. Bo Jones front court left wing. Bo Jones by the three-point line. Good decision there to pull it out.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to pull the trigger, Terry.
He may on this next shot. Bo left of the foul circle. Bo Jones down low to Taylor, left of the lane, in the paint, leans in, lays it in. Lean in shot by Willie, and it's 16-13.
Terry, credit Bo Jones with these last 7 points. He's really made some things happen here. Nice pass.
12:51 left to play in a first half. We may have to get a couple of TVs in a row. Hawkins out to Mikolas. Foul line jumper open in the air, switched by Mikolas. He's got 8.
I like him, Terry, yeah. I heard he was a good player, but he's really showing some real nice promise here in the early going.
18-13, ECU leading. That's East Carolina. Taylor front court. In the corner to Bo Jones, lets one fly. Back rim no good. Rebound tipped by Willie Taylor, saves it inbounds. He's open for an 18-footer and drains it. Willie Taylor not only tipped it to himself, but he was left open on the baseline 18. That was a good athletic move there.
Terry, he's very athletic, but he needs to stay in the game. He needs to guard somebody so he can score.
There's a three by Promise, no good. We had a foul away from the ball, and I think it's behind the three-point line, and that's a cardinal sin. You know, they never got the timeout. Now they do. And we got wholesale substitution. So we'll take a break here, too, and then we're going to have another break under the 12-minute mark. So with 12:10 left to play in a first half, quite a ball game. It is East Carolina 18, the Rams 15, back after the 60-second break as you're listening to VCU basketball right here on the Rams Radio Network.
And also a nice assist to Willie Taylor. So Bo has accounted for 9 of the 15 points that VCU has, but has really taken the bull by the horns, Terry. Kind of stagnant there for a while for the first couple minutes, and Bo said, hey, let me start doing something.
So we will get an inbounds pass. Apparently the foul occurred before. And into the ball game right now is Vincent Sharp, a 6'5 senior from Durham, North Carolina, out of Hillside High School. That's a loud horn we have here at the Siegel Center. Mikolas to Morrissey. Morrissey in the ball game now. Larry Morrissey, a veteran on this team, dribbling on the left wing. Out front to Kenyatta Brown. Sharp, number 21. There he throws it away.
Oh, look out, Terry.
Taylor.
Oh.
The ball goes down to the floor. Shovels it backwards to Nesterov, and Nesterov gives it up to Taylor. Willie was looking for the slam dunk before he caught the ball, and the fans wanted the dunk. It's a turnover. Lamar Taylor dribbling out front against Hawkins, dribbles to the far sideline, gets a pick, free throw line. Top of the key, loses the ball, gives it back to Nesterov, open, passes up the three, gives to Willie Taylor. Treadwell posting down low. Willie trying to get the ball to Taylor, and now he gives the ball to Lamar Taylor. Lamar Taylor swings it to Scott Lilly. Lilly right of the lane, steps behind the three-point line, now dribbles in the paint for a fall-away 10-footer, no good. Rebound Mikolas, good rebound. And Mikolas gives it off quickly to Larry Morrissey. Morrissey front court right wing. He takes a three way out front. It's an air ball that goes out of bounds, and now we'll have another timeout. That's a quick TV timeout. So timeout on the court, 11:10 to play in the first half. It is East Carolina 18, the Rams 15. We'll be back after the 60-second break as you listen to VCU basketball right here on the Rams Radio Network. It's a crowd for this 4 o'clock tip-off, which started about 20 minutes ago. And, Coach, 18-15, not much time there because they had to take another TV timeout, so they played really about 50 seconds between TV breaks.
Terry, the Rams 7 for 14 for 50% shooting, but the visitors, East Carolina Pirates, 7 for 10.
William & Mary lost today to Fordham. UNC Wilmington playing at George Mason. That game will start in 15 minutes. Richmond plays tonight across town against JMU. And Old Dominion plays American, and they'll have to put up with Patrick Doctor just like the Rams did, and Patrick Doctor's one of the best players in the league. So Richmond and Old Dominion will play home games tonight. And this game is just underway in the first 8.5 minutes, and the Rams trail by 3, and they have the ball. Nesterov, the hero the other night, will inbound it. And in the game for East Carolina, they made some substitutions as well. Kenyatta Brown, 6'4" junior from Brooklyn, New York. You know he's tough because he grew up in Brooklyn. Lamar Taylor, front court. Taylor gives to Nesterov deep on the left wing. Nesterov holds it over his head, dumps it off to Treadwell at the free throw line. Down low to Nesterov, who turns and lays it in for 2. It'll count, and the foul. That was a terrific pass by Matt Treadwell.
Well, there's the advantage of Matt Treadwell in the game. He's got a little bit of an outside game. He's a very good passer for a 6'11" guy. He showed you right there. Nice assist to Konstantin Nesterov, who lays it in off a nice cut off a screen by Lamar Taylor. Great half-court offense right there, Terry. That's offense at its best.
If Matt Treadwell ever becomes 100%, he could be a very, very good player. Now, Nesterov shooting 71% at the foul line, and that's very good on a VCU team that's only shooting 65%. He makes it, and that ties the ball game up, and that wipes out the 10-point deficit. The Rams have evened things up after dropping down 16-6 a few minutes ago. Dominique Jones now guarding Larry Morrissey. Hawkins deep on the left wing, down low to Mikolas. Mikolas not facing the basket, bounce into a cutting Hawkins, who lays it up and it's blocked by Dominique Jones, picked up by Treadwell, back to Dominique. Dominique Jones front court, middle of the floor. Dominique operating at point guard. VCU can take their first lead of the game. Treadwell deep on the left side. Treadwell cross court to Josh Graham. Graham out to Dominique, throws it over to Treadwell. Treadwell to Dominique Jones. You're down to 18 on the shot clock. Treadwell fakes a 3. He's not going to take the 3, believe me, folks. Dominique Jones down low, lost it. Ball taken away by Brandon Hawkins. Too much passing that time by VCU. Hawkins front court. Hawkins gets a pick. Gives it on the right side to Kenyatta Brown. Brown down low to Mikolas, back toward the hoop and back toward Treadwell. Mikolas puts it up, blocked by Nesterov. Picked up by Scott Lilly, down the floor to Dominique Jones. Dominique penetrates, left of the lane to the baseline, puts it up and in. Pretty good defense on the other end.
Yeah, Terry, I'll tell you, a nice defense by Nesterov, but how about Dominique Jones? He goes to the hole with such authority and a great finisher.
Rams have their first lead, 20-18. Treadwell slaps the ball away from Mikolas, who picks it up in the right corner. Mikolas fakes the shot, gives it off to Morrissey. Morrissey down to Mikolas. We have a holding foul.
Well, no, you have a hook foul on Mikolas. Nice job by, what happened there was, you can see it right here, the strip by Nesterov on the replay. But Terry, what happened this last possession, Matt Treadwell established position. Mikolas used what we call the swim stroke. He tried to hook him. Anytime you hook him, that's a point of emphasis this year. You go the other way.
Can't hook him. 15 foul on East Carolina. Rams lead by 2.
Only in Texas can you hook him.
That's correct. Hook 'em horns. Dominique Jones, front court. Kicks it off to Nesterov. High post, left side. Gives it off to Treadwell. High post, right side. Gives it to Dominique. Fumbles the ball. Got it back at the free throw line and throws it right through Treadwell, but it's picked up on the sideline by Graham. Heads up by Josh Graham to pick up that errant pass. Treadwell, one dribble, fakes a 3, gives to Dominique Jones. Out front to Nesterov, down low, and we have a foul on Kenyatta Brown holding Josh Graham. Boy, the Rams are consciously looking inside for either Graham or Nesterov today. What about that? And
well,
they're using Treadwell out front behind the top of the key.
Well, it's getting to be a wrestling match inside, as you can see that last possession with Josh Graham. But Terry, the Rams on a 14-2 run in the last 5:01.
There's a pass into Josh Graham to Scott Lilly. 3 up in the air, in and out, no good. Tough break. Rebound goes to East Carolina. Morrissey running the floor, shovels it off to Kenyatta Brown, who missed the layup. Tipped up, no good by Morrissey. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Josh Graham in the backcourt. The Rams got a break. That was a snowbird miss by East Carolina.
Well, credit Nesterov. Great defense on the other end, Terry, but wow, is that what they call a fast break or what?
Dominique Jones drives right to the bucket, puts it up, and he is fouled. And it's either going to be on Morrissey or Kenyatta Brown. Let's check it. Holcomb Pay back in the ball game, and Bing, they need some more rebounding. Bing, you said it's a 14-2 run, right?
Yes, sir, and it's a one-on-one now, Terry.
Dominique Jones at the line. Matt Treadwell gets a nice round of applause. You know what? You want to see him do well because he's such a nice guy.
Well, not only that, he's starting to really play well, too, Terry. I think he's getting healthier every game. He's starting to do a little bit more, and he's really, we talked about his upside last year.
Dominique 1-1. First is up, no good. He threw a brick up there, and the rebound goes to Bing. 20-18, VCU on a 14-2 run. 8:40 left in the first half. Fay swings it on the right side. Primus has the ball taken away by Lilly, who's got Jones on his left. He bounces it to a cutting Josh Graham, who gets clobbered underneath. They're not going to call an intentional foul, I don't think, but Josh Graham was absolutely crushed as he went toward the basket. Boy, I tell you what, this Scott Lilly, the presence of mind on the court, he just knows where the open man is.
Just makes good things happen, Terry. He doesn't try to make great things happen. Just good things, and they generally relate to great things.
Now, Josh
See
Graham,
it right here on the replay, Terry. 3-on-1. Nice little pass to the right side.
Here's Graham putting up a free throw, and it goes in. He hit the top. That was an ugly-looking shot. You know, he's only shooting 45% from the free throw line. 21-18, the Rams are leading by 3, a 15-2 run. Shot is no good. Rebound, Likalitov. He leans in and lays it up and misses it. And the rebound had East Carolina having it for a moment, but Bing lost it off his hand. Good effort by LF that time.
Well, he not only missed it, Terry, but you said great effort, and that's exactly what he had. He had the presence of mind to keep going up. Ball out on Bing, I believe.
That is correct.
Very famous name, Terry. Bing.
Dave Bing.
Remember Dave Bing? Show me your age now.
One of the great players in NBA history for the Pistons. Dominique Jones, jumper left of the lane. Back rim no good. Rebound ripped off beautifully by Kenyatta Brown.
Dominique's playing like he's got the car double parked outside. Relax. Take it easy.
Down on the baseline. Bing, jumper, 15-footer. Back rim no good. Long rebound. Fugel just checked into the ball game. Fugel is going to be called for steps with 8:09 to play, and the Rams up 21-18. Yeah, he might be rushing that shot a little bit.
Terry, you could see Fugel when he got the basketball in the paint right there. He didn't want anything to do with LF. He started fishing around for something, and he finally took a couple steps. Figured I'd get out of here quicker.
Dominique Jones, front court, guarded by Pay. Dominique gives it off to Lilly, middle of the floor, behind the top of the key. Lilly to Graham, high post left side. Graham dribbles to the right side of the floor, stops, can't get off his pass. Now he does to Nestorov, guarded by Bing. Nestorov can't find anybody. Now swings it to Scott Lilly. 10 on the shot clock to Graham. Graham penetrates, leans in, 5-footer, bad shot. Loose ball picked up by Bing of East Carolina. Down the floor to Primus. Primus to the baseline. Primus to the bucket. We had a pushing foul on VCU. It'll be the 14th foul. And we'll also get a timeout here. So with timeout on the floor, 7:33 to play in a first half, and the Rams have their biggest lead. It is VCU 21, the Pirates of East Carolina 18. Back after this 60-second break as you listen to VCU basketball right here on the Rams Radio Network. Back to the Alltel Pavilions at Siegel Center. Rams lead by 3 over East Carolina, 7:33 in the first half. An update on the scoreboard, Joe Cantapio.
Well, final scores, Terry, from top 25. Georgetown remains undefeated with a 78-66 win over Seton Hall. Stanford, the second-ranked team in the country, 85-76 over number 16 Arizona. And UConn beat St. John's 82-80 in overtime. LSU bows to Alabama, 82-73. Maryland 93-80 over Georgia Tech. Iowa State 100-80 over Oklahoma. Tennessee and Auburn in overtime at 80. And one other score of note, Villanova's got an 84-80 lead with 12 seconds to go in overtime at Virginia Tech.
That game's in Blacksburg, and they're always tough in Castle Coliseum, but they are really stepping up big when they go in the Big East. And Fordham beat William & Mary 70-58. That is the only final score involving the CAA team. Richmond plays tonight at home. Old Dominion plays tonight at home against American. Richmond hosting JMU. And the other game that will start in about 5 or 6 minutes, we'll have UNC Wilmington and George Mason. And George Mason trying to go 4-0 in the conference. That game will be played in about 5 or 6 minutes. Primus, jumper, left baseline, no good. They missed another shot. Rebound picked up by VCU's Nestorov, and he gives it right off to Dominique Jones. So East Carolina's missed like 8 shots in a row. Dominique off to Nestorov, deep on the right wing, back to Dominique on the left side of the floor, guarded by Fay. No look pass to Nestorov, drives into the paint, loses the ball. Dominique picks it up, throws it up, and he's fouled. What a great presence of mind for Dominique Jones to pick up the loose ball and just fling it to the basket.
And he got fouled, but Nesterov committed a cardinal sin in basketball. Don't dribble in traffic. A lot of traffic in that paint. He tried to dribble. They just stripped it away from him. Loose ball. Dominique comes up with it and
That's
gets
a
fouled.
bad foul, too. Bing, that's going to be Bing's second foul. So they bring back Mikulas in the ball game. And also coming in is another freshman, Jimmy Bishop, who's 10 of 29 from the three-point line. Dominique gets 2 shots here. The first one is up there, and it rolls around the rim. No good. They say, I thought he was in the act of shooting, but they say no, and it's 21-18. Both teams stuck on their respective points. Fay, front court. Fay dribbling out front. East Carolina averaging 9 threes made a game. Bing, top of the key, guarded by Nesterov. Bounce it low, and has a reach over foul on Likalitov. That'll be the 15th foul. I think it's LF's second.
Yeah, you're right about that, Jerry. He makes a constant decision. He's got to stay behind him or stay in front of him.
Tough
he
day
can't
for
stay on the
LF.
side, and, you know, he's stuck his hand in there. Now we get Matt Treadwell into the game.
Tough day for LF Likalitov. No points in the contest. Fay will inbound it. Primus deep in the right corner, guarded by Scott Lilly, who's right in his face. Down low to Bing. Backing in on Nesterov. Fall away 5-footer now, rolls around no good. Graham with a rebound. 9 straight misses for ECU. Scott Lilly front court, but the Rams aren't taking advantage of this because they're only up by 3, 21-18, with 6:35 of the first half. Nesterov out front, gives it to Dominique Jones, fakes the 3, swings it right side to Nesterov. Nesterov looking low for Treadwell, can't find Treadwell open. Now he takes the 3, Nesterov, back rim, no good, and the rebound's Fay. Both teams can't hit anything. Holcomb Fay into the front court, drives down the right side. Fay behind the three-point line, gets a pick. Can't use it, now dribbles free throw line. He's double-teamed, shovels it off to Primus. He drives into the paint, puts one over Treadwell, no good. Battle for the rebound, Mikulas had it, lost it, saved by Josh Graham, and it's Scott Lilly. Here comes Lilly down the right side, front court. Lilly behind the three-point line, fires one up there, and he hits it. Scott Lilly's timeout by Bill Harrion. It'll be a 30-second, and Scott Lilly's now hit 5 of his last 7 three-point attempts. How big has he come up here in the last, really, 2 weeks of the season?
Well, Terry, game in and game out, he's been really coming up big with big plays. You can see here on the, nobody picks him up on the dribble transition. He steps to the three-point line, knocks it in for the 24-18 lead. But Terry, you're right. He's been coming up with those plays game in, game out.
We'll be back after this 60-second break. 5:56 to go in the first half. It is VCU 24, East Carolina 18. Back after this 60-second break as you listen to VCU basketball right here on the Rams Radio Network. Welcome back to the beautiful Siegel Center. 24-16, 24-18, Rams with their biggest lead. It's been, almost 7 minutes, you said, since East Carolina's had a field goal after getting off to a very good start. I think they made their first 4 shots, right?
Well, Scott Sorensen tells me their last field goal was with 12:42 in the first half. It's 5:56, so you're right, Terry. It's almost 7 minutes. They have not really scored that much. Neither has VCU, but that three-point shot by Scott Lilly really keeps VCU afloat here.
Bernard Harris scored 1,379 points between 1970 and 74. He'll be inducted into the VCU Hall of Fame along with Matt Williams, who pitched with the Milwaukee Brewers last year. We'll talk with both of those at halftime. You'll talk basketball, and I'll talk baseball, although you're a huge baseball fan. I must tell you that. You could interview Matt Williams and do a terrific job.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Terry.
All right, Mikulas gets the ball into Fay. We'll get back to that point in a moment. Fay to Hawkins. I believe the original starting 5 back in the ball game. Fay dribbling out front deep on the left side, guarded by Dominique. Down low to Mikulas. Mikulas drives into the paint, leans in, throws it up with the left hand. No good. Tip by Josh Graham, and he got his own rebound. Good tip by Josh. He kept the ball alive, and he gives it off to Dominique Jones. Great play by Josh Graham. And Graham can rebound with the best. Dominique's front court. Rams up by 6. Dominique Jones swings it to Lilly. Down low to Nesterov. Left of the lane. Nesterov to the baseline. Underneath. Throws it off. A defender that goes out of bounds. And the ball goes to VCU with 14 on the shot clock. Heads up by Nesterov.
Yeah, that's an Americanized play right there, Terry. Didn't take him long.
14 games. Nesterov lobs it out front to Dominique Jones. He penetrates left of the lane, slides the fall-away jumper, back rim no good, and a reach-over foul on Nesterov. And that should be the 16th foul on VCU. And Bill Harrion's going, I saw a double dribble on Dominique. I didn't get the call.
Well, Bill, he's been lobbying the last couple of minutes for a call. He finally got one right there. over the back by Konstantin Nesterov. Now VCU, couple substitutions, Willie Taylor, Bo Jones, Lamar Taylor in there with Konstantin Nesterov and Matt Treadwell. That's a nice team they got on the floor right there.
Different looking lineup. Holcomb Fay has it in the back court for East Carolina. He wears number 42 on his uniform back. Drives it in the front court against a good Lamar Taylor, a good defensive player. Fay dribbling out front. Fay. They're averaging 9 threes a game. They've made 2 in the first half. Bing. Errol Bing. Top of the key. Free throw line lane whistle and a bumping foul on VCU. They will not get the charge. Bo Jones trying to play official, but he will not get the charge. And Matt McCarthy said, wait a minute. Looked like my man got run over, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 at the other end. There was contact made, wasn't
Well,
it?
you're going to see it right here. Driving the basket. Well, you can't tell, Terry. He might have stepped in there, but sure looked like from the naked eye that it was a charge, but Mark Schnurr did not see it that way.
Bing shooting 67%. 24-18 Rams. Bing, the first one is up, and he misses it. East Carolina hasn't scored a field goal in over 8 minutes. 24-18, but the Rams have only scored 1 field goal over that period. Lamar Taylor, front court. Taylor, top of the key, left of the lane, drives, leans in, throws up a bad shot, and he traveled. And again, Lamar way out of control. That was a shot that he normally doesn't take.
Yeah, both teams have bogged down offensively, Terry, big time.
Full court pressure. Bing gets the ball into Fay, guarded by Lamar Taylor. Taylor up around the leaders in steals. But Fay, a sophomore who started most of the games last year as a freshman, has no problem getting it across the timeline. Fay gets a pick from Bing, dribbles to the right side, now penetrates by Lamar, throws it up, in and out, back in, and Treadwell almost had a blocked shot, and Fay finally breaks the drought of 8 minutes as he laid one off the glass. He's got 5, and it's 24-20, VCU leading with 4:12 to go in the first half. Nesterov guarded by Bing, down low to Willie Taylor, left of the lane, leans in, blocked out of bounds, but a foul on Nicholas. He got him with the arm, and that'll send Willie Taylor to the free throw line. Nice pass underneath to Willie. I tell you, the Rams, I don't know whether it's conscious or not, but they're looking more for the inside play than outside today.
Well, I think that's good. They got to go inside. They have a decided advantage and go right at Nicholas. He might get in foul trouble. And we said, Terry, he's the catalyst offensively, so you need to get him in foul trouble.
Willie Taylor shooting 72%, way above the team average at the line. First shot is up, and it is no good. I should never have said that. Matt Treadwell out, Johnny Story in. I'll tell you what, Matt Treadwell may be playing one of his better games of the year. Primus back in for East Carolina. Bishop takes a seat. I'll tell you, this Primus is the guy that scares me because he can shoot threes.
Well, not only that, he's a great athlete, Terry. He can get open.
4:08 to go in the first half, and it seems like a turtleneck's pace. Shot is good by Willie Taylor. He's got 5. 25-20, the lead is 5 for VCU, but they didn't take advantage of the 8-minute drought by East Carolina. Fay, front court. No problem getting across the line. Gets a pick, top of the key, gives to Primus, fakes the 3. Willie Taylor in his face. Good defense. Primus fumbles the ball, and they call a foul on Willie Taylor when it looked like Primus was kind of stumbling a little bit. And that will send Primus to the line. It looked like Primus was the one that kind of fell down, and then Willie Taylor fell on him. Or did they call him apparently away from the ball, I guess?
That was away from the ball. I'm not sure. I believe it was on Konstantin Nesterov.
And he's coming out of the ball game, I would assume, for Matt Treadwell. Boy, this has really slowed down. The first 6 minutes of the ball game was up and down, and really the last 13 minutes of this game, not very good. 3:53 to go. Rams only up by 5. And Nicholas at the line shooting 82%. He'll probably make both of them. Shot is up and good. He's got 9. Well, you like this kid.
Oh, I love him. He can do an awful lot of things offensively. He knows how to play. Typical European prototype. Play inside, outside. Nice shot.
25-21. He puts the next one up, switches it home. We're going to keep it here to promote what's coming up at halftime. There is a timeout on the floor, but we'll keep it here. 25-22. Coach at halftime today, Bernard Harris, 1,379 points, will be inducted in the VCU Hall of Fame. There's been some great ones over the years, and Matt Williams, former VCU pitcher, and boy, in his heyday at VCU, he could almost strike out 10, 11 batters a game. But Bernard Harris, you've had a chance to meet him. Tell our fans just exactly what kind of man on and off the court Bernard Harris is.
You won't find any nicer human being. I mean, Doc Sander and I had a chance to visit with him over in Salo, Finland, where he was host to us, and he did a great job, of hosting us. And showed us around Helsinki and showed us around Salo. But what a class guy. Terry, he played up till 4 years ago. He's about 46, 47 years old, I believe, and he can still play. He averaged 20 points when he was in his 40s over in the pro league there, but now he's coaching. He's got a nice little team over there, too. It was fun watching them play. But you're talking about a class guy. I just saw him, by the way. I think they're paying him too much. He's way overdressed to be a coach. We'll have to get on him about that, Terry.
Well, as big as he is, you'll have to get on him about that. How about that? Anyway, this ball game's 25-22. Don't forget, Coach Cantafio, Wednesday night is another big ball game, although we don't want to look past this ball game because we still have 4 minutes to go and then 20 minutes of the second half. But George Mason on fire right now, 3-0, trying to make it 4-0 against Wilmington today. What a contrast in styles. UNC Wilmington, half court, wants to keep the game in the 50s. Obviously, George Mason more up-tempo. What about that game this afternoon?
Well, you certainly, if George Mason does not have a letdown, but, Wilmington's got Brett Blizzard. They've got scoring power from the perimeter, and if they can shoot the ball, they can stay in that game. But, George Mason has that knack of going inside and kind of picking you apart. That horse in the middle, Terry, he's just too large.
They're almost 30 years old now. All right, VCU will have the ball back. East Carolina went through an 8-minute period of not scoring a field goal, but the Rams didn't take advantage of it. We're waiting on your good friend, Bobby Cremens, to get back on Sports South as Johnny Story gets it into Lamar Taylor. He'll slowly walk into midcourt, met by Fay. Lamar Taylor, front court. You can see this game on Ram Replay tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning on Blab TV. Bo Jones out front. Bo Jones needs one more to pass Kenny Harris. Down low, they throw it away. Willie Taylor dives for the ball. We'll get a jump ball to belong to East Carolina. That's just great hustle by Fay. Fay's a sophomore, but he really plays more like a junior or senior. He really grew up last year, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Terry, that last possession offensively shows the importance of able to catch the basketball, the importance of being able to receive it and do something with it. Fumbled out of Willie's hands. He had the presence of mind to dive on the floor for it, though.
Brandon Hawkins, front court, guarded by Bo Jones. Swings it to Fay, left sideline. Lamar Taylor right in his face. Fay dribbles, top of the key. Right side to Hawkins. Down low, they get the ball to Fugel. Left-handed hook shot in the paint. Nothing but the bottom of the net by Jake Fugel. They've got about 40 or 50 fans from East Carolina. It's 25-24. And the big 6'9" kid just took one in over VCU's Treadwell. Taylor, front court. Lamar fakes a pass down low. Taylor gives it off to Willie Taylor. Willie Taylor back to Lamar, deep on the right wing. Lamar behind the three-point line. Now the fall away, no good. Long rebound, goes to Johnny Story. He falls out of bounds. And last touch by Johnny Story made a great effort in the corner. He might have knocked the cameraman out of sight that time. Wow. I hope everybody's all right down there.
I think so. Everybody's laughing down there. Johnny goes after the ball so hard.
Why does he? I wouldn't be laughing if Johnny Story got near me. 25-24 Rams, 2:40 time remaining first half. Fay front court. East Carolina can take the lead with a field goal. Fay trapped out front. Fay bounce pass to Hawkins. Takes the pass left, dribbles top of the key, left of the lane. Can't get the shot off on Bo Jones. He goes in the corner. Out to Vincent Sharp. He drives to the bucket, lays it up with the right hand, no good. Rebound Treadwell, loops it off to Bo Jones. Bo front court, no look pass to Story, who slams it in. That was a great no-look pass to Johnny Story. And that brought the crowd up after they slept for the last 5 minutes. It's 27-24.
Well, of all these 27 points, Bo's been involved in about 20 of them.
Here's a three, but blocked by Story. But the loose ball is picked up by Fugel. Open baseline jumper, back of the rim, rolls around, no good. Rebound, Dominique Jones ran by three. Bo Jones front court, drives into the paint, throws it up with the right hand, good. Bo Jones making it happen today. He's got 7. And Bo knows how to play basketball.
Yeah, Bo knows, especially today. He's really ignited this crowd. He's had some electrifying passes, but also vintage Bo going to the hole.
Bernard Harris would be proud of Bo Jones. 1:30 left in the first half. Rams back up by 5. Fay bounce it down low to Fugel, wearing 00. Fugel working on Treadwell. Ball slapped away by Matt, picked up by Dominique Jones. No look pass to Willie Taylor, who jams it in. He fired it to Willie Taylor. He's got 7. Another no-look pass, and this crowd's up for grabs at 31-24. I want to see a replay on that. Willie Taylor now a timeout by Bill Herring. That'll be a 30-second one. And Fay has to be careful not to slam that ball down on a technical. But, Coach, I'd say, well, we're going to get a full timeout. Let's check it. It's a 30.
VCU, when they get their running game going, Terry, they can't be stopped. Here we go. Bo Jones, middle of the court, nice pass to Johnny Story, a la dunk.
And how about Willie Taylor, as you mentioned, he got the ball in the palm of his hands, he elevated, and then...
Right here on the replay to show Willie gliding. Oh, what a nice dunk. Makes it look so easy, Terry.
That would want to make you get back into coaching, right?
No. That's going a little too far there now. Terry, I got something you've been waiting for all day long. Wilmington, 16 minutes to go in the first half. Still early. Wilmington's got a 7-2 lead over George Mason.
A typical Wilmington. They want to keep, really, Coach, when you think about Wilmington over the years, and Jerry Wainwright's one of the top coaches, really, when you talk about just being able to get the most out of his kids, they want to keep the game in the 50s. If it gets in the 70s, they probably won't win that ball game today. But if it's in the 50s, mark it down. Fay had the ball taken away by Jones, who gets it right back. Fay driving by Dominique Jones, right to the hoop, lays it up and in. It won't count. We had a foul out front on Dominique Jones. That should be, his first or second, but it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Fay. I tell you what, that's pretty good speed by Fay. He just blew by Dominique Jones, who just found out it's a little bit different playing at Manchester than it is on the court today. Fay's a little quicker than anybody saw last year, right?
Wow, I would imagine so.
67% foul shooter, Fay, one of the lowest on the team, and he makes it. And it's 31-25. You know, East Carolina's played, well, they haven't played that well in this ball game, Coach, and yet Bill Harrion will be satisfied to at least not be down in double digits before the end of the first half. It's only a 6-point deficit.
Well, of course, both teams have played miserably offensively. VCU's put together a couple runs, though.
He puts it up and in. He's got 7. Holcomb Fay, 58 seconds, 31-26. VCU. Remember, for our producer back in the studio, after this first half, we'll take a 2-minute break. Dominique Jones, front court. Lobs it down low to Treadwell. Back toward the hoop. In the corner to Willie Taylor. Back to Matt Treadwell to Dominique. 3. Right side in the air. Good. Dominique Jones got a good pass that time and drained it. And Dominique hits only his 4th three-pointer of the day. And it's 34-26. 8-point lead with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Terrific shot and 27 on the shot clock. Fay out front for East Carolina. Fay dribbles back toward midcourt. Gets a pick from Bing. Can't use it. Good defense. Fay trapped out front by Dominique Jones. They're playing for the last shot. Kenyatta Brown out front, number 3. To Fay. 12, 10, 13 on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. Fugel on the right wing. Out to Bing. Left side to Fay. Baseline bucket trap. Gets it off to Fugel. 18-footer. Switches it home. 2 seconds on the clock. 1. They won't get a shot off. That's the end of the first half. It is VCU 34, East Carolina 28. We'll be back with halftime activities. Rams leading by 6. Back after this 2-minute break. 2-minute break as you listen to VCU basketball right here on the Rams Radio Network.
It's impressive stat Bernard Harris holds is that he was a much better person than basketball player. He was and is a warm, caring, loyal man. An absolute joy to coach and to call my friend. With a smile on my face, I asked the Hall of Fame selection committee, what took you so doggone long? That's vintage Chuck No. Bernard, thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you, Joe.
And I will pick you up at 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, good.
We'll read more of those bits and pieces from Coach No's letter. Chuck No coached VCU back in the 1970s and a very, very wise man as far as the basketball goes. 42-33. Rams up by 9. And when Bernard Harris stands up out of his seat, no one can miss him. He is a big, big man with a big, big heart. And Coach No knows him as well as anybody in the country. Nicholas out front to Morrissey. Deep on the right wing to Hawkins of East Carolina. Down low to Nicholas, posting up on Nesterov. And Nicholas turns and lays it in. It won't count. We had a foul before it. And you were mentioning, hey, you got to get the ball to Nicholas almost every time down the floor, at least 50.
If I'm his coach, Terry, he's getting it he's going to touch it every possession, but those other 4 guys are going to sit down because every time he touches it, something positive happens for East Carolina.
Nesterov, second foul. Fay into Nicholas. He's fouled again on Willie Taylor. How many that on Willie now?
I think that's only his second, Terry.
Second on Willie, the 3rd team foul. VCU leading by 9, 15:40 to go. There's a long way to go in this game. Hawkins inbounds to Nicholas. Out front to Fay. Fay to Hawkins, who penetrates, and Bo Jones is called for a hold. That is the 3rd foul called on VCU within a matter of, what, 18 or 19 seconds, maybe?
Yeah, at least, Terry. Maybe not even.
Bo Jones picks up a foul, his first, the team's fourth, and the Rams are digging themselves in troubles in the foul. Fay into Hawkins, fakes a three in the corner, down low to Mikolas. Mikolas, fall away with a left-hand hook, no good. The rebound goes to Willie Taylor. That was a tough shot, good defense by LF. Lamar Taylor, front court. Rams trying to go 2-0 in the conference and keep pace with George Mason. Mason 3-0 and was trailing early in their game with Wilmington. Richmond plays tonight. We have a whistle away from the ball. And another foul in East Carolina. That'll be the fifth on them. And the officials are very much part of the second half, aren't they?
Well, so far they have, Terry. With we've only played about 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Been 5 team fouls on East Carolina and 3 on VCU.
Rams get it into Bo Jones. Down low to Lika Letov, back toward the hoop, backing in, leans in, throws it off the glass too hard. Rebound Fay. Lika Letov scoreless this afternoon. Fay, top of the key, gets a pick, fires up a three in front of us and nails it. He got the pick, he used it and drained it. And Fay, that's Holcomb Fay, is 10 points in the game, and it's 42-35. VCU's lead has been cut to 7.
Terry, they must have called that a 2 because...
well, they made a mistake. His feet were behind the three-point line. Bo Jones out front. Bo, double team. Bo's in trouble, gives to Lamar Taylor. Very wisely dribbles back out front, middle of the floor. Lamar Taylor swings the left sideline to Willie Taylor. Willie back to Lamar. Lamar, free throw line, whistle. We got a foul on Fay, and they are really blowing the whistles here in the second half. There's no rhythm to any offense in this half. Second on Fay, team foul number 6, and Bill Herring can't be happy. 16 fouls with almost 14 and a half minutes to go.
How about Billy Herring sporting the purple sweatshirt today? I like that. I like that look.
Nice look, casual look. We're in the coat and tie, however. Johnny Story into Bo Jones, fakes a three. Now the fall away shot, back rim, no. Lika Letov with a rebound, then goes down hard on the floor, and let's hope he's all right. I mean, he went down. And you're going to see a picture of this on your screen, Coach Cantafio. He's getting up. He'll get a nice round of applause. And LF, I don't know if he hurt his back or not, but that's the last thing the Rams need. And Todd Kraft popping off that bench, the trainer of VCU.
Yeah,
he came down very hard.
They get tangled up, and as they go up, oh, his feet came out with him. Both players went down hard, and luckily both were okay, Terry.
The good news is that's the 17th foul, but there's always good news and bad news. The bad news is Lika Letov's at the foul line for VCU. And his stats are awful. 21 of 50 at the foul line for 42%. Now maybe the reverse jinx will work here. Rams leading by 7, and Lika Letov is not a good foul shooter. It's up there, and he bricks it. Pitiful shot. Got his own rebound, put it up, and he's fouled. But again, Coach Cantafio, I don't even want you to describe that free throw. That was absolutely ugly.
Well, Terry, he puts it behind his head and he kind of wings it. I'm not really sure if that's a good description or not.
How about ugly?
But, ugly could describe that, but...
He's got 2 shots here. First one is up, and it is good.
Yeah, when he takes all that wasted torque out of it, he's fine.
14:20 to go in the ball game. Rams up by 8. The shot is up by LF. In and out, no good. Johnny Story offensive rebound, but he pushed off to do it. Apparently pushed off. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, they're going to call it on Johnny Story, and Mac McCarthy really upset. I'll tell you what, the officials, and I'm not being critical, Coach, but the officials have certainly taken over this ball game. That is the 12th foul called in the first 6 minutes of the second half. Very unusual. Sharp gets it into Fay. Matt McCarthy barking at the official. 14:12 to go in regulation. Rams up by 8. Fay drives down the right sideline. Gets the pick from Bing. Fay, top of the key, free throw line. Jump pass to Bing. Bing drives into the paint for a 5-footer. Air ball. Picked up by Lika Letov down to Lamar Taylor. Taylor front court. In the corner to Bo Jones. Down low to Johnny Story. Got by his man. Clock. Get it back. Leans in. 5-footer. Goes up and down. Loose ball. Last touch by East Carolina and Johnny Story. They almost undressed him, didn't they?
Terry, I'm not really sure. I couldn't see from here. One looked like a good block. The other one, I'm not really sure what happened.
Johnny Story trying to get the ball inbounds, does to Lamar Taylor, deep in the left corner, down low to Lika Letov, leans in, puts up a shot, he's fouled by Bing, but again, well, let's check the number of fouls on Bing. All it's turned out to be is a foul shooting contest the last 4 minutes, 13:49 and it's 43:35. We may be here forever. Fugel coming in the game. Is that the third on Bing? Let's check it. If it's a third on Bing, he'll have to come out of the ball game for Fugel.
The scoreboard doesn't show that, Terry. Let me see.
Scoreboard shows 2, right? Yeah, 2 on Bing. I'm sorry. LF gets 2 here. The first one is up, and it is no good. Well, 43-35, and Bill Harrion says, you know what? If we get this down to a 1 or 2 point game late, and LF's in the ball game, we're going to foul him. Lika Litov has made 1 out of 4 today. That's not good. Shot is up. He bricked that one, and the rebound goes to Bing. 43-35, and LF just has a mental thing going right now. Fay to Kenyatta Brown. Down low to Fugel. Left to the lane. Working on Lika Litov. Short hook shot with the left hand. No good. Rebound Bo Jones goes down to the floor, but throws it away to Lamar Taylor. Lobs it down to Willie Taylor. Baseline right. Willie takes the fall away. 12-footer. In and out. No good. Rebound Johnny Story. He goes up. Misses it. Loose ball. Story goes for it. Touched his foot last out of bounds. What a great effort by Johnny Story. Pretty good defense by ECU underneath.
Well, Johnny got blocked by the rim right there on that dunk. You just need to lay it in, Terry.
43-35. They can't put East Carolina away. Rams leading with 13-12 in regulation. Bing out to Fugel. Left side to Fay. He's a good 3 down low. Bing posted up, turns, lays it up too hard. Lika Litov with the rebound. Taken away by Primus, who lays it up, and he's fouled by Lika Litov. Oh, what a steal by Primus. Did they call an intentional foul on that?
Yes.
Oh, boy. An intentional foul on Lika Litov, and that's either his 3rd or 4th. We'll check it.
Well, I believe he missed the first foul. Watch this, Terry. See that? Well.
Oh, boy. It is an intentional foul on Lika Litov. And now you get 2 shots, I believe, in the ball back, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'll tell you what. They might have missed the first tackle there. Was that Primus?
Primus is going to line, and he is not shooting well at the line this year, only 62%. Only 4 points today. And I believe it's a 2-shot foul, and then you get the ball back. And East Carolina can get right back in this ball game. They're down by 8 with 13:03 to go. First shot is in the air, and it is good. And that cuts the deficit to 7. This could be a big turning point, right, Coach?
Oh, of course, Terry. You know, it could be a 4 or 5 point play.
Primus is holding his right hand.
That's 4 on LF too, Terry.
It's been a tough day for LF.
Yeah.
Now they're going over to the TV. They want to look over this. Now, Coach, they have not put up point number 36 yet. Coach Cantapio, they have not put up the 36 point yet. Are they saying that he was not fouled in the act? They're going over to look at the TV replay to see if he was in the act of shooting. Interesting scenario here, Coach.
I'm not really sure what he's over here for, Terry.
Or do you think it's because that
I think you're right. Well, we're going to see it right here on the replay.
Was he in the act of shooting when LF fouled him?
We're going to see it right here. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So why wouldn't they put up the 36 point?
Well, he's going to straighten it out now.
Now, if you're an East Carolina fan, you're going to be unhappy if he's got to go shoot 2 free throws since he's already made 1. I think they got to put up that 36. Yeah, there you go. Okay, 43.
Yeah, they're just going to give him another one.
Okay. So they were checking to see if he was in the act, right? Is that what you were saying?
That's exactly what happened.
Okay. And they came over and checked the TV. The shot is good. They went over and checked the Sports South. And got a lot of East Carolina fans sitting behind their bench. And now timeout called for by VCU. We'll take it here, too. 13:03. Now they call it a 30. We'll keep it here, Coach. We're everybody confused. Have you seen that? I haven't seen that in a long time when an official comes over and checks with a TV monitor.
Well, I'm sure that's what they were checking about, Terry, but it could possibly be the only thing.
I'm surprised they called an intentional foul, though, Coach. It looked like LF was reaching out to prevent the basket. And
No, he clipped him. He gave him 15-yard, clipped him. Right, he took his feet right under him.
13:03 to go in regulation, and now you say it could be a 5-point play if ECU drains the 3 here. 43-37 in a weird second half. A long second half. Fay into Bing. Bing right of the lane working on Johnny Story. Bing leans in, puts it up too hard, got his own rebound, lost it, got it back, lost it again. Loose ball, picked up by Fugel. And Fugel gets it out to Kenyatta Brown, right side to Primus, down low to Fugel. Fugel working on Treadwell. Fugel loops it out front. Primus takes a three, stolen away. Primus gets it back, throws up a 10-footer, missed it badly. Bo Jones gets the rebound for VCU. Jones down the right side. And he shovels it to Treadwell and slams it in. Boy, did he wait. Woo!
Matt Treadwell giving another monster dunk. Bo Jones with a little room service there, Terry.
45-37, slam dunk number 2. Fugel's jumper in the paint, rolls off no good, and we have a back foul on Primus. That could have been disaster, and now the Rams lead by 8. What about that give and go for Bo Jones? Is that 4 assists or 5 assists for Bo?
That's 5 assists, but you know what, Terry? Matt Treadwell's been on the end of 2 of those because he sprinted the court. Now Matt has in his head, if I sprint the court, Bo's going to get it to me and get a big dunk. Everybody's going to get out of their seat and cheer, and we're going to get this crowd back in the game. 45-37. We said every time VCU starts to run, they start to score.
Willie Taylor, double bonus, 2 shots here, puts it in. Now, Bill Harrion cannot be very happy with the officiating. The Rams, the home team, are in the double bonus with over 12 minutes to go. That is very, very unusual. I'm not saying the officials are doing a bad job. I'm just saying Bill Harrion's not happy. Dominique Jones, Scott Lillian, Bo Jones takes a seat, along with, who else? Lamar Taylor. 46-37. Shot is up by Willie, good, 47-37.
Terry, have you ever seen double bonus with 12-15 on the clock?
Never.
Very, very seldom.
That's why Bill Harrion is upset. Here's a Jimmy Bishop goes up and down. Jimmy Bishop back into the game. Fay out front to Bing. 3, top of the key, no good. Rebound Treadwell, lobs it over to the defender's head to Willie Taylor. Taylor to the baseline, jumper up and rolls out, no good. Fugel with a rebound. Gets it off to Fay. Holcomb Fay down the floor. Primus stops, pops from 3, goes down, no foul. Treadwell with a rebound to Dominique Jones, stolen by Primus, and then down goes Primus. He thought that Dominique knocked his teeth out. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by the Pirates, and now we'll get an official timeout. Wow. So with 11:40 to go in the ball game, it is VCU 47, East Carolina 37, and the Pirate coaching staff very, very unhappy. We'll be back after this 60-second break as you listen to VCU basketball on the Rams Radio Network. Welcome back to the Alltel Pavilion at the Siegel Center. Matt Treadwell has a smile on his face as he comes back on the floor. You know, the Rams are leading by 10, and this is the thing that you like about this team. They have depth. Keep in mind, LF Likalitov, maybe his worst game of the year, coach, and yet the Rams, and you have to say LF when he's playing well, is one of the top 3 players on the team. He's not playing well today. Matt Treadwell's picked him up, and the Rams have a 10-point lead now.
Well, one thing the Rams have been able to do, Terry, rather consistently, they're playing great defense. And when you play great defense, and so often you can still win, but you have to play defense.
All right, Johnny's story as the horn sounds. Don't forget the Costins call-in show, 788-0990, hosted by Joe Catapio. Dominique Jones had the ball kick off his foot, goes back to pick it up, drives it across the line against Holcomb Fay. Right side to Willie Taylor, who's come up big in this ball game. Left side to Dominique Jones. Dominique alley-oop to Willie, who slams it in! Willie Taylor took the alley-oop, and it's 49-37 VCU.
Terry, there's a lot of looks of bewilderment. Where did that come from? That was a set play run by Matt McCarthy. Nice job right there.
Hawkins to the baseline. Lilly takes it away from him, but now a foul on Lilly, but that'll be only the 16th foul.
Now, Terry, here's an interesting move by Billy Harrion. He's going to put Mikulas back in the game. I believe he's got 4 fouls, and there's still 11:06 to go in the game.
Can't take any chances.
No, I think he feels it slipping right there. You can see on the replay, Willie with that monster dunk off the alley-oop by Dominique Jones.
49-37. Brandon Hawkins, 3 in the left corner. Well short. Rebound tipped by Jimmy Bishop. No good. Rebound tracked down by Willie Taylor, VCU. Taylor front court left side. Stops on the three-point line at 22-footer. Bingo! He's got it. Willie Taylor hits it. How many points for Willie now?
Willie's got 17.
17 for Willie Taylor. He's an offensive machine. Timeout, East Carolina. And this is going to be a 30-second timeout with 10:46 to go. 52-37. And Willie Taylor, as we saw in San Juan, Puerto Rico 3 weeks ago, when he gets hot, very few teams can stop him.
Terry, he's a great offensive performer. He's got to start playing defense. Once he starts playing defense and using his abilities, Coach McCarthy have him out there all the time. This guy's going to average a lot of points because he's a really tremendous athlete and can shoot it and score. He's shooting in the 50s. He's just an offensive machine.
He is now 16 of 30 from the three-point line. Keep in mind, he was 7 of 10 from the three-point line in that game where he scored 41.
Since that intentional foul, VCU on a 9-0 run. Compliments of Scott Sorensen just off the plane from Minnesota. We're thawing him out over here. We're trying to thaw him out a little bit.
We didn't get the Vikings score yet. Minnesota Vikings played New Orleans, and they led in the third quarter. But that
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They play the Giants next week. The Giants will beat them. It doesn't matter.
All right, Andon Hawkins out front, 52-37. Hawkins off to Jimmy Bishop, deep on the left wing. Bishop can't get by Willie Taylor. Out to Bing. Bing says, I'll take matters on my own way down low. We had a foul, pushing foul on Matt Treadwell as Nicholas went to the floor. And that should be the 17th foul on VCU. Matt with a smile on his face, but looked like he did make contact with him, at least from here.
Yeah, he's pushing him in the back, and, that's the game.
Matt had a kind of a smileless look at the official, though, didn't he? As if to say, wait a minute now, it's been a little bit tougher down here than what you call on me.
You know what, Matt really looks like he's having a lot of fun out there today. I mean, it's good to see it on his face.
Nicholas 1-1, 84% at the line, so he should make both of these. First shot is up, and it is no good. He bricked it, and the rebound goes to Bing. Bing to Fay. 3 in the air left side. He misses it short. Willie Taylor with the rebound. Before he went out of bounds, he looks it into Scott Lilly. Lilly driving the length of the floor, lays it up, and no good. And Willie Taylor hanging on the rim out of bounds. It'll be East Carolina's ball. Willie got away with one there, folks.
Well, you know what, Terry? It's a good thing a good thing he had to hang on the rim there because Johnny Story was going to undercut him there. And you didn't want to see Willie get hurt.
52-37, VCU leading, 10 minutes to go. Maybe this will be the day. Here's Bishop, jumper, foul line, extended left side, good. Jimmy Bishop coming into the ball game, the freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 9:50 to go. It's a 13-point lead and still anybody's ball game. Dominique Jones, front court. Bounce pass to Lilly. Free throw line, right of the lane. Jump shot by Scott. Rolls off, no good. Kicked off the foot of Bishop. Picked up by Nicholas. Nicholas gives the ball down the floor to Brandon Hawkins. Hawkins out front, number 23. Hawkins dribbles to the far sideline in front of his own bench. Bounce pass down low to Bing. Bing, good spin move, and he's fouled by Johnny
no, Terry, that's that old hook move.
Yep, it's a hook move, foul, offensive foul, player control, no shot.
Terry, we see that once or twice a game anymore. Really, that old hook move, they don't let you do that anymore. It's a point of emphasis. The officials are doing a good job this year of calling that.
And coming out is Fay. Holcomb Fay checking into the ball game is Larry Morrissey, a senior guard from Fayetteville, North Carolina. You know what? He went to 71st High School. Interesting name.
I'll tell you what, 71st. They always have great teams there at 71st.
Dominique to the baseline. Ball kicks off his foot, but he was fouled first. And it's been the double bonus for the last 3 minutes of the ball game for VCU. This has not been a pretty basketball game, and you know what? The Rams will take it if they get the win. Dominique will shoot a two-shot scenario here. What has Dominique done today at the foul line? 0 for 1, but he's got 5 points. Puts that one in, and it's 53-39, VCU leading. Hawkins out, Primus in. Primus averaging 14 points a game has been held to 6. Dominique puts it up, and it rolls out no good. Jimmy Bishop lost the rebound, but it's picked up by Bing.
Terry, Bing has got 12 rebounds.
Oh.
With 9 minutes to go in the game.
Number 2 in the CAA. We had a whistle away from the ball.
Jimmy Bishop.
Yep, Jimmy Bishop pushing off on Josh Graham. And guess what, folks? We're going to walk down to the other end to shoot our favorite 1-and-1, or double bonus here. 9:07 left to go.
Terry, and the bad thing for VCU is they're only shooting 47% from the free throw line. I believe 9 for 19. Scott Sorensen tells me, and he's big on this recruiting bit, that Bing was heavily recruited.
Scott Lilly, 64%, double bonus. He puts the first one up, and it's good. He drops it in. He's got 4. 54-39. I'll tell you what, I would go to war with number 15 day in and day out. Shot is up, and it is good. This started out as an afternoon game, and now it's well into the evening past 5:30.
Terry, with 41 seconds to go in the first half, George Mason has an 8-point lead against Wilmington, 29-21.
Still, there's Primus' 3 on the right side. Good. And Primus warming up. He now has 9. 55-42. Lead cut to 13. Rams have the lead with 8:48. When you got that three-point shot, you're never out of the game. Dominique, front court. Dominique to the baseline. Bucket lays it up, and it's blocked out of bounds by Vincent Sharp. Boy, that was a heck of a move by Dominique. And then coming up defensively was Larry Morrissey to block it. Nestorov in, Matt Treadwell out. And Treadwell gets a nice round of applause, Coach.
No, he did a nice job out there this evening, Terry. Very solid, both offensively and defensively.
Here's Lilly's jumper on the baseline. Rolls out no good. Rebound Primus. He's running the floor down the right sideline. Well, he may stop and pop. Nope, he loops it down to Bishop. Ball slapped out of bounds by Lilly, who stepped in front of Bishop. 55-42. VCU by 13, 8:32. Now Bo Jones, who tied Kenny Harris for most threes made in a career, number 3 on the all-time list. He needs 4 more, and that will make him 2 on the all-time list behind Chris Brower. You fans remember Chris Brower, right? Out front is Bing, guarded by Story. Right corner, there's another 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Nestorov. That time, Primus missed a 3 from the sideline.
Primus is trying to shoot them out of the game here with those long, wild threes, Terry. We'll take it.
17 to go in the ball game. Rams up by 13. Second unit, except for Bo Jones in. Bo, top of the key, free throw line lane, throws up a little baby shot, and it goes in for 2. Nice runner by Jones. He's got 11.
Would you call him a scorer?
Yeah.
That man is a scoring machine.
Penetrator scorer, 57-42 Rams, 7:58 in regulation. Primus, down low to Bing. Bing, right of the lane, turns on Story, lays it up. Nope, but he drew the foul on Johnny. And that'll be the 8th team foul on VCU. And Johnny Story just not big enough right now. It looks like to guard Bing on the block.
Well, I don't think that's the problem. I think Bing is not much bigger than he is, Terry. Johnny's guarded some bigger guys, a la Patrick Doctor the other night, and he did a great job, as you pointed out. But Bing is really, really quick and athletic, the same as Johnny.
67% at the line. And this will be a 2-shot foul, and he puts it in. You know, Coach, I'm looking. It's 57-44. This game's far from over. 71% foul shooting leads our league. Now, there's something wrong.
Terry, the weightlifting. How many times I got to tell you? These guys are lifting weights like crazy. They can't shoot free throws anymore.
71% is not that great. The shot is up, and it is good. Now we got the official timeout, as Bing now has 7. We'll take a break. And East Carolina still very much in this ball game, although the Rams do have a pretty good lead here. 7:51 left in regulation. It is VCU 57, East Carolina 44. Back after we take this 60-second break. 60-second break as you listen to VCU basketball right here on the Rams Radio Network. Come back to the beautiful all-tel pavilion of the Siegel Center. This is a day to honor a lot of people, but Art Harrison to the VCU Hall of Fame. You heard from him at halftime with Coach Contafio. I interviewed Matt Williams, who's re-signed with the Milwaukee Brewers. They're opening up a new ballpark. And Matt Williams, kind of interesting, he said, hey, I got my name in the Hall of Fame. I gave up a home run to Big Mac. So did about 8,000 other pitchers. 57-44, VCU by 13. Full court pressure now by East Carolina.
Terry, another interesting stat here by Scott Sorensen. 17 fouls were called in the first 10 minutes. Only 1 foul was called in the last 2:09.
Dominique Jones double team, jump pass to Johnny Story, trapped in the backcourt, cross-court pass to Dominique, clears the timeline, cross-court pass to Lilly, takes a 3, double teamed in the corner, loses the ball. Sharp gets it off to Brandon Hawkins, and a no-look pass underneath the Primus, who lays it up, and he's fouled. That was a terrific pass by Brandon Hawkins, and after the timeout, Harrion says, we're going to pressure the guards and see what happens.
Well, and VCU turned it over then. Scott Lilly waited for the double team to come to him. Terry, you have to pass the ball out before the double team comes. Get them in the popcorn popper. That's why you have Nestorov in the middle. He can get it. He can shoot the 3, shoot that jump shot, or he can pass it. But you can't wait for that double team to come and get to you.
That's a 19 foul on VCU. And Primus will be shooting a pair here to get him back in the ball game. Shot is up and good, and now 57-45. You've been around long enough, not to age you, you've been around long enough to know that a 12-point lead with 7.5 minutes is nothing in college basketball.
Not with that 3-point line, Terry.
And East Carolina averaging 9 makes a game to lead the CAA.
Exactly. This is not over with.
Shot is good. That cuts the lead to 11. Timeout or whistle blows. I'm not sure why. Oh, somebody had to tie the shoe.
Now, you know, you're only 11 points down if you're East Carolina, and you're saying to yourself, hey, at the 5-minute mark, maybe if I can get this to 6 or 7, you know, I got a shot. We'll make a run at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, anything under 10 in the last 4 minutes, you have a shot to win. Anything under 10. Dominique double team, jump past the Story, back to Dominique, dribbles to the midcourt line, double team on the sideline, breaks the pressure, drives in for a 10-footer, misses, tipped around, rebound goes off to Bing. He got another one. He's close to 14, isn't he?
See, now that's a freshman mistake by Dominique Jones. Just needs to take his time.
Hawkins, Morrissey to Hawkins, down low to Bing, working on Nesterov. Bing turns, baby hook shot with the right hand, no good. Rebound Primus, ball goes out of bounds, last touch by VCU. 57-46, and the Pirates now starting to get some boards on the offensive glass here.
Yeah, they either want to turn over or they want you to take a quick shot with that pressure, Terry.
57-46, a field goal here, cuts it under 10. Inbounds pass to Hawkins, deep in the right corner, guarded by Bo Jones. He gets a pick. Hawkins does not take the three. Down low to Bing, guarded by Nesterov. Bing loses the ball, and now it's picked up by Bo Jones, who has Dominique on his right. Oh, goes to Johnny Story, who slams it in. He faked the pass right, went left, and Johnny Story has 9 points on the day. What a pass by Bo. He's amazing.
Bo Jones with his 6th assist, Terry. All for dunks or layups. I mean, that's 12 crucial points that Bo's helped put on the board.
I'm going to look at the press guy to see if that is a career high for assists for Bo Jones, who's more of that's a 30 timeout call by
Bill Harry. Yes, a little mustard on that pass too, Terry. On the replay, a little shake and bake. Look at this. Oh, yeah. We'll get him with the Globetrotters on that one, but bango.
Bo Jones' career high in assist was 7 against Southern Illinois on November the 2nd, 1999. He needs one more assist. You know what? Bo Jones is playing. This is interesting, and you can address this with the Rams up by 13. Bo Jones may not score 20 points today, and this may be one of his better games of the year.
Well, there's no question about that, Terry. He actually has 11 points, but he's got 6 assists. You know, that's 20-something points he's been credited for, but he's got a bunch of rebounds, too. He's really played well. He's got 5 rebounds.
13-point lead for the Rams. Nicholas in the ball game, guarded by Nesterov. Nicholas baseline, double teamed, fall away shot blocked by Nesterov. Loose ball picked up by Story. Off to Dominique Jones. Now the Rams can increase their lead, leading by 13, 6:28 to go in regulation. Dominique gives to Story. Left sideline to Willie Taylor. Taylor with 17, off to Bo Jones. Bo Jones dribbling between the circles. Angle dribble to the right side. Right corner to Dominique. Down low to Johnny Story. Story back to Dominique. Penetrates. 15-footer. Missed it badly. Rebound Nicholas. Tough break there. Could have increased it to 15. Fay into the front court. Drives right to the bucket and splits the defense and lays it in with the left hand. Great move by Fay, and it's 59-48. Story gets by his defender. Gets it down to Bo Jones. 3 in the right corner. Good. That'll break the momentum. 14 for Bo.
Bo's feeling it, Terry. He's feeling good about himself. He made all those assists. He said, I better take a couple shots now and put this game out of reach.
He's number 3 on the all-time list. Hawkins to Bing. Bing fakes the 3, now takes it and misses it. And the rebound, Willie Taylor. The Rams up by 14. 5:30 to go in the ball game. Boy, that 3 by Bo just broke the back of East Carolina. Bo Jones, number 3 on the all-time list in 3 points made, and he's only 3 behind. Here's another 3 by Bo, partially blocked. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by East Carolina.
Tell you what, Terry, it looked like Bo Jones got fouled on that 3-point attempt. Nice defense here by Nesterov. You know, Terry, he's sneaky big. He just blocks a lot of shots for his size.
Here's Willie Taylor in the corner. To the baseline bucket. Slides in and lays it in for 2. He split the defense. He's got 19. And it's 64-48. VCU by 16. 5:05 to go. Primus 3 out front. Good. Primus just jacked one in from way out front. And it's 64-51. ECU down by 13, under 5 minutes to go. So they did not get it under double digits with a 5-minute mark. Dominique Jones off to Bo Jones. Top of the key. Bo left-hand and right-hand dribble. Bo gets a pick, slides right of the lane. Down low, throws it away, kicks off last. Dominique Jones recovers at the midcourt line and stepped on the line. Great job of officiating. He was right on top of it.
Well, he had some help over there. Billy Harrigan was keeping a close eye just in case he didn't see it. Billy said, I saw it. I could point to the spot where he stepped in it, and he was right.
64-51, VCU by 13, 4:36 to go. Another 3 here could cut it to 10. Nicholas out to Bing. Right side to Morrissey, down low to Nicholas. Got Nestorov in the air, lays it up too hard. And they call a late foul. Very
look
late
who's
whistle.
called it. The guy stole that call. From where was he coming from?
That was a very late whistle on Nestorov, right?
Yeah, but look who called it. I've never seen that happen. The official here on the right-hand side, way out front, called that, whereas John Curio had a very good look at that. I'm not sure what happened there.
Nicholas at the line. He is 4 of 5 tonight, 82%. Both teams in the double bonus with 4.5 minutes. Shot by Nicholas is up and good. And folks, it is now 64 to 52. That's why I like having you next to me, because being a former coach, you know this game is not over.
Oh, no. No. It's not over yet, Terry.
He can cut the lead to 11 with 4:28 in regulation. 64 to 52, make it 53. And a substitution by Bill Harrion, and he brings in Vincent Sharp, a veteran on the team. Nicholas goes out. He's got 4 fouls, offense, defense.
Well, Lamar Taylor's in the ball game now, Terry, so the press should not bother VCU.
Johnny Story gets it into Lamar, double teamed in the backcourt. Taylor lobs it down to Willie Taylor. Taylor baseline, no look pass to Nestorov, who slams it in. Nestorov cutting to the basket, jammed it in. He's got 5, 66-53. Unselfish play by Willie Taylor.
Well, Lamar Taylor started the whole thing, gave it to Willie. Willie with a nice assist.
3 by Promise, left wing, good. He knocked that down with a man in his face, and it's 66-56. It's a 10-point lead. Primus just hit a 22-footer with a man in his face, and 3:59 to go in regulation. Lamar Taylor front court. Out front to Scott Lilly, the veteran. Lilly from Charlotte to Willie Taylor. Fakes the 3. Drives to the free throw line. And he walked with the basketball. And we get a timeout here. So East Carolina not going away easily. 3:49 left in regulation. Both teams in the double bonus when we come back. And East Carolina trying to make a game of it. It is VCU 66. East Carolina 56. 3:49. We'll be back in 60 seconds. 60-second break as you listen to VCU basketball on the Rams Radio Network. 9 left in regulation time. The Rams have a 10-point lead, was as much as 14. I'll tell you what, just a moment ago, Coach Contapio, Fred Primus hit at least a 21-footer, 2 feet behind the three-point line with a man in his face on the sideline. That was a great three-point shot.
Well, it's kind of a forced shot, Terry, but right now, you know, you have to hope you make some forced shots. And he was very, he was right on that one. He was very good on that shot.
East Carolina does not have to take a 3 here. There's almost 4 minutes to go in a ball game, and they're down by 10. But a 3-pointer here is going to put a little pressure on the VCU Rams. They're waiting for the TV people, Fox Sports, to come back. Kenyatta Brown will inbound it. Did they ever wait on the radio people? I don't think so.
No.
This will be shown Ram replay tomorrow morning on Blab at 11. Kenyatta Brown lays it off to Pay. Holcomb Pay, number 42, gets it across the timeline. He's a sophomore. Pay guarded by Lamar Taylor. Rams lead has been shaved to 10. Down low to Nicholas. Nicholas working out front. There's a 3 by Brown. Good! Kenyatta Brown drains one from out front, and we got ourselves a game, 66-59. Great three-point shot, and ECU's back in it. Lamar Taylor. Off to Willie Taylor, fumbles the ball, picks it back up, drives into the paint, and he lays it up and in by Nestorov, who got the pass. Great play underneath.
Nice play by Willie Taylor, another assist to Nestorov.
68-59, 9-point lead. Fay, out to Kenyatta Brown. Rams up by 9, 3:01 to go. Nicholas, driving by Nestorov, lays it up and it goes in. Great move by Nicholas. He's got 14, 68-61. Pirates down by 7. 2:50, the Rams never make it easy. Lamar Taylor front court. Taylor gives it off to Willie. Willie Taylor about 30 feet away from the bucket, out front to Scott Lilly, right side to Lamar, trying to play around with the clock a little bit. 20 on the shot clock, 2:37 on the game clock. Lilly, free throw line, backs up, very nicely done. Right side to Lamar, still 10 on the shot clock. Lamar looks left, goes left to Lilly. 3 in the air, short. Rebound Fay. Fay lobs it down to Primus, ahead of the pack, lays it up, and a foul on Lilly, prevented the basket. And all of a sudden, with 2:20 left in the ball game, East Carolina is right back in it. And you know what did it? 2 big threes from the outside by ECU over the last 2 minutes.
Well, you can see on the replay here, Mikulas going inside. Terry, we said you get easy three-pointers where you can get it on the block and kick it out. And that's what they did right there. Now, again, going inside to Mikulas. He squeezes in between 2 defenders and lays it in.
Double bonus, but he was fouled in the act. 68-61. Primus at the line. 4 of 4 today. He's 5 of 5. And guess what? It is a 6-point game. You got to give Bill Harry and his team a little credit right here, don't you? They've done a good job to get back in it. Bo Jones.
Terry, they're 15 for 17 from the free throw line. That's 88%. That's pretty darn good.
And they lead the league coming in at 71%. This is a big free throw to cut it to 5. The shot is up, and he missed it. Rebound is taken by Johnny Story. Big miss. Rams still lead by 6. 2:15 to go. Plenty of time for ECU, but the Rams need a hoop. 6-point lead. Taylor, front court, guarded by Fay. Lamar Taylor. Bounce pass to Bo Jones out front. Bo Jones to Story. Story to Lamar Taylor. Backs it up to midcourt. Good job. 15 on the shot clock. 2:01 on the game clock. Lamar Taylor out near midcourt. Dribbles to the near sideline. Taylor can't take the shot on Fay. Bounce pass to Bo Jones. Bo Jones looks up. 5 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. Fall away shot is blocked. Fay picks it up. He's got Kenyatta Brown. He gives to Brown, who drives by Taylor, lays it up. Nope. Rebound underneath, played up, and a foul on Bo Jones, who looked like he got all ball. We'll check the replay with 1:41 to go. Mac McCarthy saying, hey, I got all ball.
Yeah, we'll see this on the replay. This is a nice defensive play by East Carolina. Bo Jones has to force one up there because the shot clock is going down. Holcomb Fay passes it to Brown, goes up. East Carolina with the rebound. Brown again. Oh, I couldn't tell.
5 of 8 at the line. He's only shooting 63%, but he really hadn't been to the line that much. Kenyatta Brown, he gets 2 here, and he puts it up and in. He used all the rim. 68-63 with 1:41. And now I know why you're sitting on the sidelines next to me. The Rams had a 14-point lead. It's been shaved to 5. The shot is up, and it's off, around, and in.
Terry, ECU on a 16-4 run over the last 3:19, cuts the lead to 4.
68-64. The Rams haven't scored in a couple of minutes. Lamar Taylor, front court, dribbling out near midcourt. 25 on the shot clock, 1:30 on the game clock. This is a big possession. Rams leading by 4. Lamar, top of the key, whistle, and a foul on Fay, I believe. It's obviously the double bonus. I don't think East Carolina wanted VCU to run that shot clock down.
Look at poor Billy Harris. He's looking, he says, what about the 5-second call, closely guarded? Well, now, coaching, Terry. Here's where you earn your money.
Yes, you do.
You think they're overpaid? I don't believe so.
Lamar Taylor, a disappointing 57% at the line. He has not scored but a field goal today. First is in the air, in and out, no good. It remains a 4-point game. Boy, Lamar Taylor has just really had a struggle at the free throw line. 68-64. Even if he makes this, East Carolina can cut it to a 1-possession game. Shot by Lamar, good. He made 1 out of 2. 69-64, a 3-pointer cuts it to 2. 1:20 left in regulation. Rams up by 5. Nicholas out front. Gives to Bing. Right side to Fay. Fay, a good 3-point shooter. Kenyatta Brown out behind the top of the key. Kenyatta Brown swings the right sideline to Fay. To Nicholas. Nicholas working on Nestorov, and a holding foul on Nestorov. That'll be a double bonus. You pointed that out 10 minutes ago that they need to go to Nicholas all the way.
Like I said, I'm not that smart, but if I had him on my team, I'd give him the ball because he can make something happen all the time. He either gets fouled, he scores, or he dishes it to somebody that's wide open, and I think that's so crucial in your team offense.
Almost a 2-hour game. Nicholas at the line. 82% coming in. He normally makes these shots that he does there, and it's 69-65. And Mac McCarthy will sweat out yet another game. It was a 4-point win over American the other night. It's a 4-point lead here tonight. Nicholas can cut it to a 1-possession game, and he does. East Carolina does not call a timeout. Bill Harrion very much emotional in this game. 69-66 Rams. A minute to go in regulation. Story to Willie Taylor. Wasn't looking for the pass. Gives it up to Bo Jones. Bo Jones says, I'll take control. Now gives to Lamar Taylor. Taylor out front. 69-66. VCU. 15 on the shot clock. 44 on the game clock. Taylor holds it over his head. Lamar to Johnny Story. 9 on the shot clock to Bo Jones. Bo behind the 3-point line. Its shot is blocked. Picked up by Primus of East Carolina with 30 seconds to go. In the corner to Kenyatta Brown. He drives, throws it up, and it goes off. Tip no good. Rebound laid in, and East Carolina calls time with 23 seconds, and it's a 1-point game. I don't know who got the stick back. Heck of a play underneath.
I think it was Holcomb Fay who got that stick back. I'm not sure myself, Jerry, but East Carolina just pounding the boards now. They're in a sense of urgency, and they're getting all over the glass.
Let's pause 10 seconds. We are not going to take a timeout.
Well, we can see this on the replay,
Okay.
Jerry. Brown drives to the hole and misses this layup here. Who keeps that alive? 42. Who's that? Holcomb Fay.
Yep.
And, yeah, a little left-handed move right there. Nice move by Holcomb Fay.
69-68. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 23.4 seconds. Don't tell me another overtime. We'll be back. 10 seconds station identification as you listen to VCU basketball. The Rams, the other night, it took a jump shot from Lamar Taylor with 26 seconds to go to put that game on ice. Now today, even more. 69-68 VCU. They've got the ball. Shot clock is off, and the question is, who does East Carolina foul, and do they foul immediately?
Well, normally you wouldn't foul Lamar Taylor. He's struggling a little bit from the free throw line. You know, Johnny Story's a freshman, but he's shooting in the 70s. I'll tell you, Mac McCarthy's done a smart thing. He's got all his free throw shooters out there.
Story gets it into Bo Jones. He's shooting 85%. Bo Jones double team to the backcourt. Bo trapped in midcourt and fouled. He goes down to the floor. That's the guy you want at the foul line for VCU. They didn't have much of a choice with the clock running down. And we'll look at Bo Jones. 82%, 49 of 60. And I believe he's third or fourth in the league in free throw shooting. And I believe East Carolina wants a 32nd time out here, Coach. Let's check it.
Yeah, looks like a 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Everybody's standing up. If it was a full one, Terry, the guys would be sitting down.
Okay, now Coach.
Bo doesn't want to even go in the huddle.
Yeah.
He said, forget about that. All you guys will do is make me nervous. Let me stay out here, fix my pants,
Let me ask
look
you a
pretty, and then knock these free throws in, and we, go home.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
18 seconds to go. If he makes them both, East Carolina has 1:30 left. Do they necessarily have to take a three, or can they get a quick two and call a timeout with under 10 seconds?
I think you're right. If they can get it with under 10 seconds, they can just go for the best shot available. But they won't.
Okay.
Because kids don't have that kind of patience.
Okay.
They want that three right away and tie this thing up.
All right, 69-68. If you're a Rams fan, get your toes and fingers crossed at home. 1 point lead. Stop the game and let's go home. But that's not the way it works. 18.2 seconds. Bo Jones wearing number 1. Bends the knees, puts it up. He's got it. And that gives him a 2-point lead. And that means if he makes this one, then Mac McCarthy will feel a little bit better. Remember, if he makes it, then East Carolina can send it into overtime with a 3-point field goal. Shot is in the air. No good. Rebound Fay. They can win it with a 3. Fay front court. Fay dribbles to the near side. You're down to 11 seconds. Down to Nicholas. Slapped out of bounds by Nesterov with 8.7 seconds to go, but you got to guard the 3-point. And now Matt McCarthy will call the 32nd because a 3-pointer by ECU wins the ball game. You got to guard the 3.
No, there's not even a question,
Okay.
Terry. Yeah, you're right there. You got to get on the perimeter. You don't give them any open looks because they can run out this back door with the W. So what if it goes overtime? We play well in overtime.
Yep.
But right now you got to protect your turf. You cannot give them a 3-point look. And I think Mac McCarthy used the timeout very wisely there. He's going to remind his basketball team, let's not when the ball goes in the perimeter, in the post, you still have to cover up the perimeter. Because what will happen is, if we dived in on McCoulis, he's going to shoot it out there and bang go. They might get that 3. And like I said, run out that back door. Terry, I've run out some back doors in my life. I know what that feels like.
8.7 seconds. Incidentally, not to be overlooked, a good defensive play by Nesterov to knock it away from Nicholas, who, had he had the ball, he definitely would have gone in for 2 there.
Terry, East Carolina has no timeouts left. VCU has 2.
Hawkins will inbound it. A 3-pointer wins the game for East Carolina. 2-pointer, we got overtime. 8.7 seconds to go. Hawkins trying to get the ball inbound. He does to Kenyatta Brown. Kenyatta Brown drives left of the lane. Lean in 10-footer. In and out and back in. We're tied up with 2.8 seconds. Bo Jones into Willie Taylor. Willie Taylor will throw it up from midcourt. It is no good. Almost. And we got our 4th overtime game of the year. And the Rams have squandered A 14-point lead, and we will take a timeout. Unbelievable 14-point lead down the drain. Put 5 minutes on the clock, and we'll be back to the Alltel Pavilion. VCU, the overtime kings. It is VCU 70, East Carolina 70, and the Rams did not play well down the stretch. But they've got 5 minutes to redeem themselves. We'll be back with overtime after this 60-second break as you listen to VCU basketball right here on the Rams Radio Network. Unbelievable. Years today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that purple shirt now is a different color.
We're tied at 70-70. We don't have a final yet on the Wilmington-Mason game, but we should get one soon. Tip is won by East Carolina's Fay. Fourth overtime game, all at the Siegel Center. For you fans that have season tickets, you've gotten your money's worth and more. You ought to pay VCU back for some of the excitement. Nicholas on the left wing going against Nesterov. He leans in, he puts it up, and it goes in for two. Great move by Nicholas. And he is hot, and it's 72-70, East Carolina leading by a bucket, 4:30 in overtime. Lamar Taylor, right side. Taylor gives to Nesterov, open three, he's got it! He drains it from the left side. Thank you, Constantine. And it's 73-72. They left him open in American the other night in that same spot.
The same spot, Terry. He likes that spot.
73-72, Nesterov with 10 points for the second straight game. Now the fans calling for defense. 4:08 in regulation. There's a three by Primer. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Primus hits a three. He's got 20. 75. Here's a jumper by Willie Taylor. The other end, no good. Long rebound, Bo Jones on the floor. Bo picks it up, and a holding foul on East Carolina. Did they only give him a 2 on that?
No, they gave him 3.
Okay. 75-73. How about that shot by Primus a minute ago?
Big time, Terry. I keep telling you. Big time players step up. Primus, he's used to that prime time. He was one of the top 100 recruits.
Martin County Community College in Kansas, right?
That's where it is. By way of Washington, the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
And from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's from all over. He's been a lot of places.
Bo Jones. He hasn't been to San Juan, probably. Bo Jones at the line. Obviously, double bonus. He's trying to tie the game up. First shot is up, and it rolls in. 75-74. I think our crowd's stunned right now, Coach. They thought VCU had won the ball game, and now they're down by 1 in overtime with 3:55 to go.
Matt Treadwell
will come in after the shot is made, which it is. Okay, thank you. How about Bo Jones tonight?
Bo Jones is 6 for 14. Terry's got 17 points, 6 assists. Came up big today.
75-75, 3:50. Don't forget the call-in show with Matt McCarthy after this one's over. 788.
Costume call-in show.
He's a big VMI and VCU supporter. Holcomb Fay. And they almost tied him up. Primus to Fay. He was open for the moment. Out to Kenyatta Brown. 3, top of the key. Back rim, no. Rebound, Willie Taylor. He took it away from Primus, and he lays it behind him to Lamar Taylor. 3:22 left in overtime. We're tied at 75. All 4 overtime games this year at the Siegel Center. Story out front. Johnny to Lamar Taylor. Taylor, top of the key. Taylor holds it over his head. Gives to Johnny Story. Story left open. Gives to Lamar Taylor right of the foul circle. Lamar drives to the bucket. Throws it off the glass. No good. Loose ball. Lamar slaps at it. They picks it up. And East Carolina has it in the front court. Brandon Hawkins. Hawkins baseline bucket. Lays blocked by Treadwell and then goes off Hawkins' foot. Great block by Treadwell with 2:50 to go. And the Rams tied at 75. That was just great defense by Matt Treadwell.
Yeah, excellent defense. He's going to come out of the game on the offensive end, put Nesterov in there, and Dominique Jones coming for Lamar Taylor.
Well, I tell you what, you need to give me some of those antacids. This is unbelievable. 4th overtime game of the year, and this is only the 15th game of the year. 75-75, Dominique Jones to the baseline, spins, and they call a charge on Dominique. No shots there, and the fans don't like that. Was that good position by Fay or not?
Well, I didn't see it. Terrace blocked out here, but we're going to see it on the replay here. Dominique Jones gets the basketball on the right side, drives by Holcomb Fay. Holcomb Fay looked like he had good position, Terry. I tell you what, for as quick as Dominique is, Holcomb Fay has showed me some quick feet this afternoon.
He's been terrific. This afternoon has turned into tonight. Well over 2-hour ball game. 2:40 left in Overtime, tied at 75. Fay into the front court. F-A-Y-E is the way he spells it. Nicholas, Fay, right wing. Down low to Nicholas on a block. Nicholas working on Treadwell. Drives, blocked by Willie Taylor. Picked up by, loose ball picked up by Primus, and he lays it in for two.
Yeah, Primus has done that several times tonight, Terry. Really has accounted for maybe 4 to 6 points for just trying to strip the rebounder.
77-75, East Carolina leading. Dominique Jones gives it off to Bo Jones. They need a three here. Bo Jones left of the lane, leans in, puts it up, it's blocked. Here comes Primus, driving one-on-one with Willie Taylor. Blocked, whistle, blocking foul. No basket, 2 minutes exactly to go, and East Carolina can increase their lead to 3 or 4, depending on these free throws. And East Carolina defensively playing very well here in the extra session.
Well, and Billy Harrion wanted some goaltending here, but you can see Primus just strips the ball away from Matt Treadwell, just lays it in.
2 minutes to go. Boy, the Rams do need a miss here. 77-75 Pirates. They were down by 16 in the second half. Shot is no good. They got a break there.
Yeah, we need another miss, Terry.
Nesterov in, Treadwell out. I'm not sure I can, came in at 62%. I might be able to help you with another miss.
I think you could do it, Terry. You need to play your best defense right here.
77-75 Pirates. Next shot in the air, good.
Nope.
Now the Rams need a three from Bo Jones to tie it. 78-75, Rams down by 3, a minute 53 in overtime. Dominique Jones out front. Gives to Willie Taylor on the right wing. Willie Taylor, baseline, bucket, other side, lays it in for two. Oh, he held that ball in his hands and he made an acrobatic move. 78-77, Rams down by 1. A great ball game. Both teams right at their average, believe it or not. Fay, left sideline to Primus. Primus can shoot the three out to Kenyatta Brown. Right side to Brandon Hawkins. 1 point lead for East Carolina. 13 on the shot clock, a minute 20 on the game clock. Hawkins dribbling on the left side of the floor. Bo Jones plays off from about 2 or 3 feet. Hawkins, 5 on the shot clock. Kenyatta Brown lost it. 2 on the shot clock. He throws up a prayer and misses it. Long rebound, Fay. They get the rebound with a minute to go and 32 on the shot clock. That hurt. Fay. Rams don't have to foul here. Fay on the sideline. And Fay double teamed in the corner. Dribbles out of trouble. Fay throws it away. Johnny Story picks it up for VCU with 50 seconds to go, down by 1 in overtime. Gets the ball to Bo Jones. 78-77, 40 seconds. Dominique dribbles on the near side. Dominique, top of the key, foul line, jumper, no good. Tipped around, loose ball, last touch by the Pirates.
Credit Dominique Jones there. Even though he missed the jumper, Terry, he went up really high for it. The shot clock is off now, Terry, with 33 seconds to go in the game and only down 1.
Well, let me ask you this. Is Bo Jones the man to penetrate and draw a foul? Or is Bo Jones the guy that you want to have the ball in his hands right now?
Well, I think you need to give it to him. Well, actually there's 33 seconds, so, the shot clock is off, so you can pretty much take your time. Do you want to score right away, Terry, and then give East Carolina a chance to win the basketball game on the offensive end? I like to go ahead and take the first available great shot, because if you miss it, you can rebound it. If you miss it and they come down and score, if you can foul, you're still only down 3, then you can tie it with a three-pointer. But you have to be patient. You have to take what's given to you. The other thing is, hey, Bo Jones is as good as anybody giving this thing to, because he always makes stuff happen.
And he drives and penetrates and normally draws fouls. Now it's 78-77. East Carolina was down by 16. You got to tip your caps. VCU fans, some of them left early thinking this game was over, but guess what? 33 seconds to go in overtime, and the Rams need a bucket to take the lead. It may even be Willie Taylor. He's been terrific today. Johnny Story inbounding it.
Bo Jones on this play that
Johnny Story better get it in bounds. He lobs it into Nesterov. Good catch out front. Nesterov to Bo Jones. You're down to 28. Bo to the baseline. Whistle. Blocking foul. Bo Jones did take it and got the foul in his favor. And you know what? I agree with you 100%. I don't think you milk the clock. You go for the best shot, try to take the lead, and then play good defense and try to win the ball game.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously Mac McCarthy's philosophy, and that's exactly what happened. Bo Jones is going to shoot 2 now, but Terry, we got Matt Treadwell coming in on the for the defensive end.
Let's see if the Rams can tie it up first. 78-77, 28 seconds to go. First by Bo, good. He switches it home beautifully. A big afternoon for Bo Jones. Treadwell in, Nesterov off.
If that foul's on McCool, he's got 5 fouls.
I don't think they see it, though. Bo Jones trying to put the Rams ahead, 78-78. Bo Jones puts the next one up. Rams have the lead, 79-78. 28 seconds to go in the ball game. They get the ball inbounds to Brandon Hawkins. Hawkins gets it across the timeline against Willie Taylor. 21 seconds to go. Left side to Primus. Primus down to Nicholas. Nicholas drives into the paint. He spins and lays it up and in with the left hand. 13 seconds to go in the ball game. 80-79 East Carolina. Bo Jones front court. 10 seconds. Bo spins right in the lane. Throws one up off balance. It goes in. It goes in. Quickly at the other end. 81-80. Kenyatta Brown drives and he's fouled by Bo Jones. It is not an intentional foul. With 2.6 seconds to go, Bo Jones made an acrobatic shot, and then the defense fell asleep.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I'll tell you what, Terry, if these stats are right, McCool is fouled out of the game, but he's still in there. They never actually, they're saying he had 5, well, they're saying he had 4 fouls now.
Okay.
They're saying he has 4.
At the line, Kenyatta Brown. And now timeout called for, let's see, we're not going to send it back anyway. VCU leads 81-80. What an acrobatic shot by Bo Jones, and then the defense unfortunately fell asleep. Good job by VCU to foul because Kenyatta Brown would have had an easy layup and the game would have been over.
Not so fast. I don't know. Willie Taylor was coming over there, and he might have blocked that shot.
But you can't.
But you know, you can't. You can see here on the replay. Bo just grabbed him. You can't see who's coming from the other side.
You wonder about Kenyatta
But you know what, Terry? There's a classic case. You score, you got to run back on defense. You can't celebrate because the game's not over. I don't think VCU did that. I just think East Carolina beat him down the floor.
Well, look at the score, 81-80. Now, Coach, this kid at the line has not shot that many free throws. Brown's a junior from Brooklyn, New York. He is now 7 of 10 from the foul line. So you expect him to make at least one, but the Rams will be lucky to get into double overtime here.
Well, you're right. I mean, we'll take double overtime right now, but you still have 2.6 left.
Oh, look at all
still has a timeout.
Fans to try to make this guy miss free throws. Bo Jones says, everybody get up. Bo Jones is the leader on the floor. Now he wants the crowd to roar. It is number 3, Kenyatta Brown. He is 2 for 2 today. 81-80, VCU, 2.6 seconds. Good job by Matt McCarthy to make the free throw shooter think about it as he substitutes Treadwell. Now Brown at the line, wiping his hands on his jersey. He really needs to miss that first one. Everybody on their feet. Kenyatta Brown trying to tie it up. The first one up there, it's good. And East Carolina ties it. That was a huge free throw. Treadwell out, Nesterov in. What a
Terry, VCU's got to make sure on the miss here, they really got to check out big time. Can't give anything offensive rebounding here.
81-81, 2.6 seconds in overtime. If he misses this one, we may have double overtime. Brown, the Rams need a miss. The shot is up. It's no good. Rebound, Bo Jones. He throws up a 70-footer. He hits it. Bo Jones with a 70-footer. Bo Jones with a 70-footer. Oh my God! Unbelievable! A 70-footer by Bo Jones. Oh my God! A 70-footer by Bo Jones. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. 84-81. I fell out of my chair. I've never seen anything like it. I've never, ever seen anything like it. Bo Jones. Bo Jones. Unbelievable. Bo Jones. Had to be a 70-footer. That looked like Jerry West in a playoff about 30 years ago.
Terry, we can see it here in the replay. Bo Jones gets the rebound. 2 seconds to go. Just hoists it up, Terry. Bango, nothing but net. Let's go home, run out the side door. Let's celebrate, baby.
84-81. We'll get Bo Jones out here in a minute. I have never, in 21 years, seen anything like that. Had to be every bit of 60 feet. He banked it in miraculously. Folks, save your ticket stub to this game if you're listening to me. Save your ticket stub to this ball game. You will never see another shot like that. If I do games another 20 years, Bo Jones, miracle, 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 miracle at the Siegel Center. Rams win it 84-81. I know I did a lot of screaming, but you know what?
Oh, Terry, you have to do a lot. You can't describe it any other way.
It was unbelievable. We'll be back with Bo Jones, the final score in overtime. And I fell out of my seat. VCU 84, East Carolina 81. Drive me home tonight. I'll never make it. 84-81. We'll be back after this 2-minute break. 2-minute break as you listen to VCU basketball on the Rams Radio Network.